Hello and welcome to the Prelims PYQ discussion by Neenv IAS. Here we are discussing the Montague-Chelmsford reforms. This is one theme from which we have 5 questions between 2014 and 19. That's exactly why we have made this theme into a simple video to just give you the knack of questions that are coming repeatedly from a same theme. Have a look at the question from 2015. Here it says the Government of India Act 1919 clearly defined the separation of power between judiciary and legislature, the jurisdiction of central and provisional governments, the powers of the Secretary of the State of India and Viceroy, none of the above. Now, conceptually, you have to understand that this act is mainly known for the division of powers. One, the power between center, that is the central government, British government at that time, and the provinces got divided. Second, within the provinces, they had introduced a system called diarchy, where subjects are reserved and transferred. Reserved means it is reserved for the governor. Transferred means it is transferred to the provinces. And residuary powers will exist with the governor. So that's the system. Now go to the question. Separation of power between judiciary and legislature. No mention of judiciary here. Jurisdiction of the central and provisional government. That's exactly what I just mentioned here. Now see third, powers of Secretary of the State of India and Viceroy. This came in the 1858 Good Governance Act. And none of the above is not correct. So the right answer here is option B. Now let's go to the question in 2016. Here the question is further simplified. What is this all about? Is it social reforms, educational reforms, police administration, or constitutional reforms? It's pretty easy there. You just have to pick constitutional reforms. Next question. In the context of Indian history, the principle of diarchy, concept that I mentioned in the initial slide, refers to division of central legislature into two houses. No, that's bicameralism. That's not it. Second, introduction of double government, central and state. That's federalism. Wrong. Having two sets of rulers, one in London and another in Delhi. That's also wrong. That comes in 1858, Secretary of State and Viceroy. Next, division of subjects delegated to the provinces into two categories. That's exactly what diarchy is. So the right answer here is D. If you look at the 3 questions that came so far, it's more about concept and not about facts. See the final question here, it came in 2021. Now here the nature of question changes. Now it's more about specifics rather than about the very concept itself. The Montague-Chelmsford reforms 1919 recommended granting voting rights to all the women above the age of 21. Now this all is the catch here. Universal adult franchise was not present at that time. Even if you take the election of the Constituent Assembly, it was not universal adult franchise. Only selected people had voting rights. At that time, do you think all women would be given voting rights? No. So that's wrong here. Next, the Government of India Act 1935 gave women reserved seat in the legislature. Now that's correct, partially correct, because it recommended, but it didn't come exactly. But after that, the states started giving and everybody started giving. So in general, the statement can be qualified to be correct. So the right answer here is B, option 2 only. So that's the nature of questions that are coming for UPSC from a specific theme over a period of time. Thank you for listening.